Hey YouTube, progress on the 1942 Chevy Rat Rod. We have cleared the firewall of all the debris, so it's looking nice and clean now. Also, we have figured out the frame lengths from the front to the back. We're figuring out all the lengths, and since we've done that, we are going to be cutting the frame soon and welding it and getting the frame together. We have done progress on the frame, and we will be getting the front part of the frames built today. Okay, so we have marked out where we need to cut this seat mount, so that way we can, oh, the light's in the way, so that way we can shove the engine back to where it's gonna be, so that way we can measure for the frame. All right, now we have cut, cleaned, and drilled our frame rails, and the reason we drilled holes in them was because we don't want to have like an exterior air tank kind of thing, so we are going to make our frame the air tank. So we're drilling the holes so that way the air can travel through all the different angles and the entire frame can be one big air tank. So yeah, there's our frame. Okay, it is the next day, and we have welded on the caps. Those are temporary. It's just to see if these joints are airtight. They should be, but we're just gonna check it to make sure. So we're gonna get our air compressor and we're gonna put some air in here, and we have some soapy water, and we're gonna wipe it on there, and if it leaks air, it'll show bubbles, and if it doesn't, then we're good. So I'm gonna get here, spray it so you can see. We found a hole. See it bubbling and stuff. You can see it spraying water out. So we're gonna have to fix that. Okay, we ended up finding 3 pinholes right here, and a few on the bottom side as well. But now that we got them all plugged up and everything, so now that we did that, we're gonna cut these back off. Like I said, there's temporary just for pressure testing, so we're gonna cut these off, put them on the other one, and pressure test that one. Hey, so it's getting late, so we're gonna stop for tonight. But we capped both frame rails temporarily, obviously, and pressure tested them. There was like 10, maybe 6, 7 pinholes in combined, and welded them all, got them all airtight. So now that that's airtight, and since we were done with that, we were at a good stopping point for that. So in the meanwhile, we built our table grinder stand out of some flywheels and some pipe and some metal, because we got a bench grinder and didn't have anywhere to put it. So there's that. And so yeah, we that's our progress for today. Hey, it is the next morning. We are back in the shop, and today we are going to be cutting the plates for the Z in the frame. Right here, we're going to be cutting the plating for that, and also the gussets for the forward link suspension on the rear that go to the differential. We're going to be building the gussets for that in the back as well. So, going to get started on that. Okay, it is a new day. That was the last thing we did last night, was get it all together. We were back in the shop again today, and we lifted the cab back up, and so we can get the frame rails out, because now we're going to make the gussets and side plating for the frame rails. So that's what this is. It's our we're gonna cut this, we're gonna trace it and cut it into the metal, and it will go onto here. So yeah, and also we have well, we are in the process, that one's really small, but we are drilling and tapping the holes for the drains for the well, it's not like an air drain, it's more like a water. If any moisture gets in there, which I doubt it'll be that much, because we gonna put an air dryer on there, but the majority of the water that gets in there will just, you know, pull our little air valve wherever that is, and then it'll release the water. So that's what we're doing with that. So yeah. Okay, so we cut the majority of this one. We still have one long straight cut to do, and then the little curves we'll probably do with a torch or something. This is taking a lot longer because we don't have a CNC plasma or even a regular plasma or anything. So all of this build is being done with just basic fabrication tools, like stuff like that. Also drilled and tapped this other hole, so that's ready for its little plug thing. And yeah, so it'll look just as good when all these are done and cut and stuff, but it's just gonna take a lot longer because we don't have any cool fancy cutting tools. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. Okay, so we cut out our 4 plates for the back of the frame, and we cut out our plug weld holes and got them all nice and neat. So now we are making the front ones, and we will cut those out, get those all cleaned up, and we will hopefully be welding those on the frame today. Hey. Okay, so what we are welding on our plates now. It's looking pretty good. We also made, I haven't shown this yet, but we also made the front plates, and they're looking pretty good too. We drilled our plug holes and stuff, and we're getting them welded. And also yesterday we went and got this steering gearbox. Well, we've had it, but we went and got parts for it. This is off of a 1966 Chevy C10 two-wheel drive. And yesterday we went and got this steering shaft from my buddy Jeremy. So thanks to him, we got a steering shaft now. And so what our plan is here is we're just gonna put some weights on here, weld all this up, weld both sides, hopefully get the frame together with the cross members in between, so it's like a legit finished frame. And then we'll go on to the cab mounts and all that. And then the cab shouldn't probably take that long, but once we get that, then we'll start working on front suspension, the headers, getting where that's going to go, steering, all that, getting that front end figured out, and where it's going to go. So yeah, it's looking pretty good so far. Okay, this is the first frame rail completed. You can see we have all of our plating done and our gussets and all of our plug weld holes and everything. So this first frame rail is done, finally. So when we're done, that frame rail will look like this. And then we'll be able to put them together. But I think that's enough for this video. So probably in the next video you will see the frame as one piece. So I was kind of hoping it would be in this video, but you know, it's just it is what it is, I guess. So I'll see you guys in the next video.